Ladies and gentlemen, why are they going after Andrew Cuomo, America's governor? Emmy award-winning America's governor. Why are they going after him now? In August of 2021. Why? In the comment section below during the upload, please answer me this question. If they knew from day one last year that he had these allegations, and if they knew that he's responsible for even more nefarious activity pertaining to deliberately, intentionally placing infected people in elderly care facilities, that Democrat Ron Kim, very courageous man, one of the few noble, brave, courageous Democrats in New York, has done this. State representative or councilman Ron Kim has done more for New York than AOC ever has. And he talked about 15,000 lives being lost. Assemblyman. New York State Assembly representing the 40th District, Ron Kim, Democrat. I'm not a fan of the Democratic Party at all. At all. But why are they going after him now? They knew what he was doing last year. They knew he was mistreating people, engaging in misconduct last year. Why now? Why now? We're going to get to that in a second. Give me your thoughts in the chat. Give me your thoughts in the upload, during the upload, in the comments section. Why now? Why in August? When you knew last year, I was talking about this on my channel for over a year. I was talking about the worst governor who kept falling upwards. Why now? Somebody give me an answer. Why? To my super chat, thank you so much. I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. So to my super chat, thank you. To my super chat, thank you so much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Eric, H526, the regulator, thank you for being the best moderator. And Luke St. Martin, thank you so very much, gentlemen, for being amazing moderators. Why, ladies and gentlemen, when you knew when he won an Emmy? Do you want to know this man won an Emmy? And he's directly responsible? Trump was never directly responsible for anything. He didn't tell governors what to do. He didn't tell governors what to do. He didn't say, hey, put people, infected people in elderly care facilities, nursing homes. He didn't do that. Trump never directly told anyone to do anything. He said, here's the guidance. And we have state and federal. We have federal government and we have a federal government and a state government, and that's how our system of government works. We have governors who, as long as they abide by federal laws, have the right to enact laws or sign laws and legislation, or especially during the past year and a half, they've been given sweeping authority. So they're allowed to do what they want, as long as it doesn't infringe upon federal law, federal legislation. Okay? And the 10th Amendment declares the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution or prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively and to the people. In other words, states shall have powers not granted to the federal government by the Constitution. Okay? There's a divide between national government and state governments. He did not ring in constitutional. Thank you, ring in. Ringing Constitutional, thank you as always. Starting it off, thank you as always. Ringing Constitutional, I can't thank you enough, thank you. Ringing Constitutional, thank you again. I can't do this without you ringing and everybody here. Thank you. So, you have somebody who won an Emmy, and you couldn't find, between him and his brother, you couldn't find two people who devoted their lives to opposing Trump more. And the Trump curse, hit them both. I'm telling you, this Trump curse is real. It's like, I'm being facetious, but it's a genuine curse. Kind of. I'm joking, obviously. Maybe not so much. Ask Eric Schneiderman and Juicy Smollett and Andrew McCabe and Peter Strzok and, this is like, you're looking at a amusing turn of events. Not so amusing, but this is the second Democrat in a week. Actually, it's pretty terrible and horrendous. The second Democrat in a week, horrific, that was either arrested or facing arrest. We have an Arizona state senator who I reported on. It was all over the local affiliates in Arizona, who was arrested for the most despicable crime. Democrat. Now you have Andrew Cuomo for numerous despicable crimes. And Cuomo talked like this. Andrew Cuomo, he talked like this. America was never great. America was never great. What? What are you talking about? He was running against Cynthia Nixon, so he had to be like cool and hip to the left-leaning, lefty liberals. So he was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I say? Oh, yeah. You think Cynthia Nixon dislikes the country more than me? You got another thing coming. How do you, when you look at this country, we were never great. America was never great. And even people listening to him were like, oh my God, what? What? What are you talking about? America was never great. And then he has the audacity, just like Eric Schneiderman, the Attorney General, right before he's kicked out because they accused him of playing Dungeons and Dragons in between the sheets. Right before he's kicked out, he was tweeting like, yeah, represent women, yay. Something to that effect. Andrew Cuomo, of all people, was like, America was never great until we won't reach greatness. Until 50% of our population, 51% of the women of this country are given special good treatment unless we are all engaged and tuned in to the plight of the women of our country. Roger Rabbit! Yes! Thank you so much. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Roger Rabbit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, your support, I just really appreciate your support. Thank you. I mean, on the uploads, too, so to my super thanks. Thank you so much. To my super thanks, on the uploads, there's a super thanks button, if you're watching still on the upload, where people can actually buy me a cup of coffee or support the channel any way they'd like. It's right next to the like and the share buttons, and I saw you, Roger Rabbit, all the time. So I appreciate your support, very much so. Like I said, I can't do these without you, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Roger Rabbit. Very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. And Ringen, as always, thank you. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding. And those people are facing a discrimination case. That isn't really talked about, just like the Arizona State Senator who was arrested. They're really good at not talking about things. But Andrew Cuomo's like, this man is like, you're talking about like a narcissist. You're talking about a true narcissist. This was last year. And I'll never he talked about, like, if you don't eat cheesecake, you wouldn't have a weight problem. Hello? You got to do this, this, and that, and this. This is like, by the way, New York was the epicenter. New York was the epicenter, okay? The morally superior liberal Democrats love to bring up the number, total lives lost. Over one third were in nursing homes. And 80% were over the age of 65. And it wasn't only Cuomo. It was Phil Murphy. It was Whitmer, Newsom, others. How come these Democratic governors had problems with the most vulnerable people in our population? Roger Rabbit, thank you again. Thank you again. Very, very kind of you. Ringen, as always, thank you. Why is it that they and then you had the nursing homes with bizarre no liability. They signed really bizarre deals. Cuomo gave immunity to nursing home executives. How do you give immunity after big campaign donations? I mean, it's the corruption is a million times more than anything they claim Trump did or is accused of doing. Anything. They can't get Trump on anything. They accused him of his tax returns. They accused him of Russia. They accused him of, oh my God. They can't get him on anything. Because he didn't, with Trump, they accuse him in order to ignore the actual criminal activity. New York Liability Shield is linked to higher nursing home, loss. And obviously, if you have campaign donations, which is always the case, Democrats can't run on their actual policies. And if they do, the racket is pretty, quickly, it ends pretty quickly. People are like, oh, you're not really interested in Medicare for all. Okay. But he got donations from organizations. Let's see. Ron Kim talked about this. Very courageous man. Let's see. The Greater New York Hospital Association. Less than 2 years after a flood of cash from the Greater New York Hospital Association, Cuomo signed legislation last month that quietly shielding hospitals and nursing home executives from lawsuits. How on earth? This is a May 2020 article. We knew that. I was talking about this in May of 2020. I remember talking about this. How does he still get an Emmy? Do you understand the same people who think that Trump is the end of the world gave Andrew Cuomo an Emmy? Do you understand that? The same people who think that Trump is the most horrible human being to ever live are the same people who gave Andrew Cuomo an Emmy. These are the same people who believe that Trump worked with Russia. These are the same people who will go on forever about how bad of a person, a human being, Trump or Tucker Carlson. You think that fisherman in Montana? I mean, I swear to God, it's like you can't even get. There's no escaping the apoplectic, morally superior liberal. They're everywhere. It's unbelievable. You can't even go to Montana and fish. It's like, where can you hide? Where can you just find like a break from the? It's like, I guess the only place. I guess there are a couple places. I don't think you could go to the range and see one there, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, you have Cori Bush. What's $70,000 on security detail? And she was like, well, I'm going to still spend that money. Yeah, good. That's good. Everyone, I agree. I think that everyone, the squad should just open carry. Why not? Protect themselves. Go. Fantastic. Embrace the Second Amendment. But don't prevent others. Not everybody has $70,000 to spend on a security detail. Sorry. And you know what? Yes, I agree with her that she needs security. I agree with that. But so does everyone else. Just because you're a normal person, you're not in Congress, you don't need any security. Sorry. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. You have family. That's what the police, God bless them, told me. When I had, that issue and someone, threatened me, my life, they said, you know what? You have to embrace the Second Amendment. So I did. And now I'm protected. Embrace the Second Amendment. You're protected. Protect yourself. You don't have to get a $70,000 security detail. Okay? The Democrats, they're immune to hypocrisy. Do you understand? They're immune to it. They don't even know what it is. It's like, well, you talk about Medicare for all. You want to vote on it in the House. You see, there you go again. There you go again. You're just helping Trump. Like, what? What are you talking about? What? What? He got an Emmy after he gave immunity to elderly care facilities. MAGA 2020, thank you. Thank you. I hope all is well. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so very, very much. Tricky Vicky, hello. I don't know anyone who bought Cuomo's book. MAGA, thank you so very, very much, as always. As always, I hope all is well. Has anyone read, did the fisherman in Montana, did he read Cuomo's book? Leadership Lessons on the Pandemic. Leadership Lessons. If you don't eat the cheesecake, you don't get fat. Then his brother flouted protocols. He's getting into fights all the time. You call me this? You call me Michael Corleone? You call me Michael Corleone? And it was like, I'm not even going to say the character's name. He's the best character in the whole Godfather series. That's the most endearing character to me. Okay? I don't even like the character that much, Michael. And I don't think that he should have done that to his brother. I mean, that's completely nuts. Okay? Completely nuts. The most endearing character, even though he might be one of the most flawed characters, but then again, you're talking about like everyone in the movie is flawed beyond belief. He shouldn't have done that to his brother. That's nuts. But then you have Chris, the anchor, Cuomo. You're calling me this? Oh, you want to do it? I'll go down the steps. You go, yeah. It's like, you work for CNN and you lift fake weights. And you don't even abide by the protocol. You got, like every morally superior Democrat, and you're outside. Hey, what are you looking at? Person on a bicycle. You want some? You want some? You want some, bicycle man? Huh? I'll give you a fender bender. You want to go, bicycle man? You want to go? And then he's restaurant. You want to go? Person who called me Michael Corleone, you want to go? He's fighting everyone. And he's the one that Trump is a bad person. These people are hilarious. It's like they don't even they don't no PhD Coyote, hello. They don't even understand. They don't even Paul Bartlett. They don't even get how hypocritical they are. They don't know what, they don't care what, they have no concept of hypocrisy. They have no concept of hypocrisy. And then he's actually on tape, and this is how they hide everything. He's friends with Michael Cohen. And Michael Cohen taped him, Chris Cuomo. And Chris Cuomo's like, I don't like my job. I don't like my job. I'm just, I'm just doing this. The media doesn't like you. Chris Cuomo is friends with Michael Cohen, and that was never a national news story. And it was like really bizarre. Like he was like, he was talking about the media is not your friend, and he's part of the media, so he knows it's like this gigantic racket. It's just public relations. What did he say exactly? What was it? Media not your friend. Something like that. The media is not your friend. CNN host Chris Cuomo caught. Okay. Do I look like the kind of... Okay, so hold on. Let's see. What did this man say? You can't even make up how dysfunctional these politicians are. The media is not your friend. CNN is caught secret according to Michael Cohen denying misconduct allegations. So he has misconduct allegations too. This is a really good duo. It's like the dynamic duo of dysfunction and criminality. It's pretty unbelievable. MAGA 2020, thank you. This is Chris or Andrew Cuomo just on a normal day going to lunch. You want some? You want some? You want to go? You want to go? Okay, table for two. Thank you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You want to go? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. You. You want to go? then it's Trump. Trump is America was never great. You want to go? You want to do this? Yeah, you. Do you know how many calls that I've gotten from ABC who say that reporters are calling and lying about things they heard about me to try to get stories about me when I was on ABC? This man is getting eaten up by the same corrupt, disgusting media world that he levels at Trump and it's unbelievable. Agent Pepsi, Cuomo's fries on Amazon for $2. Is it really? $2.99. He got $5 million for that, Agent Pepsi. Buy my book or don't buy it, whatever. I got $5 million. Who cares? The joke's on you. Ha ha ha. So he's accused at ABC. This is the thing. They level this indignation. They wallow in this nauseating, this nauseating endless spring well of indignation and judgment and condemnation. And then it comes back to haunt them because they're the despicable human beings that they accuse Trump of being. They're the ones. And they're like, oh yeah, and Biden's like, hey, come on now, man. I think he should resign. Huh? It's like, well, why don't you resign? You're actually accused of even worse. Agent Pepsi, thank you. And then he goes, do I look like the kind of guy who's going to do that? Do I look like Stelta? Sure, why not? Come on. Michael Cohen says, sure, why not? Ooh, look at his muscles. Look at his big muscles. Wow. That's very intimidating. Wow. Nobody else could lift 25 pounds like that. Wow. So he's talking to Michael Cohen about how he's wrongfully accused as he engages in wrongful accusations throughout every CNN segment. Cajun Marine, hello. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Donnie, hello. So you have these two brothers who are now the most. Bruce Lamb, always enjoy your commentary. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. I appreciate that. You have these two brothers who won an Emmy. Do you want to know his Emmy speech? Bruce and everyone here. Oh, no, not the Emmy speech. Do you want to know the actual Emmy presentation or Emmy? Okay, so these are the people, by the way. Whenever anyone in Hollywood opens their mouth about anything to do with morality, you should tune them out and never listen to them. Just like let it go in one ear, out the other. It's unbelievable. Andrew Cuomo got an Emmy. And the Emmy goes for person who ended the most lives during this past year. Andrew Cuomo, yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank all the Democrats who helped me end so many people's existence. Thank you for this Emmy. You've been so wonderful. I couldn't have done it without you, Democrats and nefarious evil machine helping me. Thank you. And by the way, to my supporters, America was never great. Remember that. Remember. Don't forget. So do you want to hear? You want to hear this? New York Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to receive 2020 International Emmy Founders Award. Dun 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 dun! Yay! This is so great. Dun 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 dun. International Academy to recognize his effective use of television. Yeah. Oh, if you eat cheesecake, you get fat. Huh? You don't listen. You get what's coming. November 20th, 2020. The International Emmy Awards. No wonder no one watches the Emmy Awards anymore. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who helped me ruin the lives of New Yorkers. Thank you. New York, November 2020. November 20th, 2020. Governor Andrew M. Cuomo of New York will receive this year's International Emmy Founders Award. Oh, thank you, founders. In recognition of his leadership during the and his masterful use of television. Ooh, masterful. As you can see from this slide, here, this PowerPoint, this 1996 PowerPoint slide. And, by the way, they asked him why the numbers on the elderly care facilities and other numbers, because the DOJ under Trump was investigating him, rightfully so. Of course, AOC wasn't. She was busy writing a follow-up to the resolution that Democrats didn't vote on in the Senate. But he was asked why. So he got an Emmy for his amazing, masterful use. His masterful use of television. Oh my God. Oh my God. In recognition of his leadership and masterful use of television to inform and calm people around. Oh my God, calm people? Nobody is more calming and soothing than my voice. America was never great. Have I calmed you down? Let me give you a hug. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. I'll give you a hug. I'll give you like Biden. Like me and Biden. We like to hug people. Don't you know I don't care who you are? It doesn't matter who you are. I'm going to hug you. Kiss you. Mwah, mwah. He had a PowerPoint slide. They asked him, I remember watching this. They asked him, well, why don't you have the numbers? Why don't you have the correct numbers? Why don't you have the correct numbers pertaining to, like, the lives lost and all the suffering? And he said something to the effect, what did he say? He's like, how can I have the numbers when we're still what was it? We have those numbers, but we gave them to the DOJ because the DOJ under Trump is investigating us for political purposes. So we have those numbers. We've given those numbers to Trump. Well, then why don't you put the numbers in the PowerPoint? Did you not hear what I said? We don't have those numbers anymore. They left. They went with the Texas Democrats off to D.C. When they come back, I'll let you know. The numbers left? The numbers left? You don't have a copy of those numbers? You know this is all like theoretical, like, numerals, and they don't leave. You can actually talk about those numbers here. They didn't actually physically leave anywhere because they're not really physical in nature. What's wrong with you? He didn't want to answer the question. That's the point. So, I'm hoping either Don the Juicer. I'm hoping either Trump. DeSantis is amazing. I'm thinking, look, I want Trump to run again. I think he will. But DeSantis is also amazing. But they're trying desperately to say that his AOC, we should strive to be. I know. Can you believe that? Bruce Lamb, thank you again. You have a situation where these people don't understand. They don't comprehend the concept of hypocrisy. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't understand, like, they don't understand, like, that giving Andrew Cuomo an Emmy proves that Hollywood is not only an extension of the Democratic Party, but that it should never ever be taken seriously on any issues to do with morality. Andrew Cuomo got an Emmy. The governor's 111 daily briefings worked so well, he presided over the worst outcomes. God bless the people of New York. He presided over the absolute worst outcomes. How did it work so well? Now they're going after DeSantis. DeSantis did much better than Cuomo. Much better. Cases. Look at the cases. Yeah, people are surviving. Survival. The worst word the worst word for Democrats is the word survival. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear cases. They want to hear everything else but survival. And then they said, look at the aggregate numbers. Most are in Democratic-run states. The highest per capita rates are in Democratic-run states. So, look, what is it that and the most draconian policies followed the worst were followed by the worst outcomes. Look at the New York Times' own statistics. So I don't understand. Like we knew about this last year. We knew about this. How does he get an Emmy when he was presiding over the absolute worst outcomes, not only in the country, but in the world? Not only in the country, but in the entire world. And I say, God bless the people of New York. I don't say this gleefully. You have de Blasio, AOC, Schumer, Gillibrand, Andrew Cuomo. You have Democrats running the entire state and the city into the ground. And they don't care. It's like, it's still a Democratic machine. At least in California, you have a recall. At least, hopefully, Larry Elder can make history. At least in California, we had like people eventually, they're like liberals generally are gluttons for punishment. They can't, like homelessness on the rise, crime, unemployment. They're totally fine with all of this as long as it's not Trump. Like, they would rather have a miserable existence as long as they don't have to hear Trump. Then Trump is they'd rather have everything horrible as long as they don't have to deal with Trump. They just don't like his personality. But here, the Founders Award was presented to an individual or organization who crosses cultural boundaries to touch our common humanity. Are you serious? Touch. I definitely touched your humanity. I'll tell you what. One thing you could say about Biden is they touched humanity, that's for sure. Or that Biden, Cuomo, and maybe his brother too. They're very good at touching humanity. People around the world tuned in to find out what's going on. New York tough became a symbol of the determination to fight back. This is why they say misinformation causes people to lose their lives. No, this causes people to lose their lives. This. If you want to blame the loss of life on anything, blame it on the Emmy that Cuomo got. What kind of dystopian nightmare is this fantasy all about? People around the world tuned in to find... No, they didn't. Where? Who was tuning in to find out what was going on with Andrew Cuomo? Who? Where? What country? What person? I want to know where. People around the world tuned in to find out what was going on. His live streams would get maybe, I don't even know, a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 people, maybe a couple thousand, not really. President Trump could go golfing and get more people live and not even say anything. People around that New York tough became a symbol of the determination to find... Where do they get this stuff from? It's unbelievable. Where do they get this? Where do they get this from? I don't get it. New York tough? Cuomo is an example of New York tough. Now he's facing arrest, possible arrest. On March 2nd, 2020, on March 1st, he said the risk remains low for the people of New York on Twitter. There's no need for undue anxiety. He had the worst take. Nothing Trump said was worse than what he said. Nothing. They say, he called it a hoax. No, he didn't. But Cuomo actually did say there's no reason for undue anxiety. The briefings were carried live by New York's local TV stations nationally on CNN and MSNBC. Yeah, well, we know that. Those daily communications have drawn a total of 59 million viewers. I doubt that. I don't think that number is accurate. I don't see how that number could possibly be accurate unless you count like the viewership of CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and all these cable stations, or all these television stations. You know, maybe their total viewership for that time frame. I don't see how they could. He's not this world recognized individual. Like Andrew Cuomo could walk down the street anywhere in the world, including most of the U.S., and not be recognized. If you were into politics, you would recognize him. If you're into politics, you'd recognize him. Other than that, around the world, you wouldn't know who he was. So, but he won the Emmy. So that's the thing. He won an Emmy. This man, it's unbelievable how, like, they create a world that champions their politicians and accuses Trump of everything under the sun. They're still talking about Trump now. They're still focused and obsessed with Trump. They're still talking about January, but they haven't indicted or charged Trump. They have all the evidence they need to link President Trump to any criminal act. The mayor of D.C., who, by the way, flouted protocol, could have leveled charges. The Attorney General of D.C., they didn't. Why didn't they level charges? Why? You have a situation where they haven't leveled any charges at President Trump, whether it's the tax returns or Russia collusion, which never happened, colluding with Russia, which never happened, which is the most absurd thing. And it's like you have very smart people who truly believe that James Comey or John Brennan are impartial, apolitical actors. You have very, and this is how they rationalize, this is how they defend the indefensible. And, well, there was suspicion. Well, there was suspicion with Andrew Cuomo, and nobody even did anything. Keone Hillier, hello. Hope all is well. There was suspicion with Andrew Cuomo for a whole year. An Emmy for Cuomo might be most embarrassing gaffe. Who decided in this wonderful organization that gives out the Emmys to give this? Then you have $5 million. You know how much he made for his book on leadership lessons? I remember telling people, how do you write a book on leadership lessons? Read my book on leadership lessons. How do you write a book on leadership lessons when you presided? And God bless the people of New York. I don't say this. I know that so many people have suffered. So many people have. There's so many tragedies. I know that. I say this with all due respect, not gleefully like Democrats. Oh yeah, Democrats. Oh my God, with Herman Cain. Can you imagine? It's despicable. You didn't listen to us, and you lost your life. You didn't listen to us. Well, people listened to you, and they still lost their lives. So then, now what? You didn't listen to us. You lost your life, huh? This Republican who downplayed, he lost his life. And then the people who took it seriously, they lost their life too, and they listened to you. What happened? What now? What now? This childish, vapid, I don't even want to say sophomoric, ridiculous, absurd, ludicrous mentality. They have no argument, no logic. It's just groupthink. It's just basic groupthink. Appeals to authority, groupthink, peer pressure, blind obedience, blind allegiance. They are so petrified of being accused of being a Trump supporter or a conservative or a Republican. They're so petrified. They have an entire media apparatus that champions the most despicable people. And you have to wonder why they focus on Trump so much and give people like Andrew Cuomo an Emmy and a $5 million book deal. AP News, Associated Press, Cuomo set to earn $5 million for book. Really? This is how you know it's a racket, because he knew, thank you, Aaron, he knew that this is how you know it's a racket and it's a finely tuned political machine and it's a Tammany Hall political machine. You're not going to get $5 million worth of copies sold. Are you kidding me? So, you know, there's likely something going on there. $5 million? Sandy, hello. How do you get a $5 million book deal for being the worst governor of all time? How is that even possible? How is that even possible? Let's see, Politico. So in addition to getting an Emmy, he gets a $5 million book deal. Albany, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was paid $3.12 million by Penguin Random House for his memoir, American Crisis. It should be like, which I helped cause. According to, and he's due to be paid an additional $2 million by the publisher in coming years. That's interesting. So he'll be arrested and still getting paid. Cuomo's financial records indicate his net gain from the initial payment was $1.4 million. Okay, so he, sorry. I guess it wasn't that lucrative, although it was pretty lucrative. He donated $500,000 to United Way of New York State, so I guess that's good. When he still made well over, $1 million. The fact he's making any money at all is a travesty. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. The book, published last fall, sold about 50,000 copies. Who are these 50,000 people? Well, it's not 50,000. It's not the bookstores. But who would buy this book? Who would buy this book? Jaded Vegas! Aloha, HA. What's your thoughts on Elder actually doing time for certain... Do you think he will ever face criminal charges for what he did with elderly facilities? I would say, Jaded, thank you. Probably not. But they might not... There's, I would say, probably a 40% chance he does serve jail time for one of the many crimes that he's committed. There should be 100% that he serves jail time, but I would say, Jaded, probably 40% chance on something. But if they investigate, Jaded Vegas, thank you. If they investigate what he did in the nursing homes, that's criminal right there. You take money, campaign money, and then you, as governor, give immunity? Oh my God, Jaded Vegas, thank you. I'd say probably 40% chance, 60% that he gets off. He's off the hook. But just they want him out of politics. The man will not leave. He's like like the Saddam of Democratic politics. Jaded Vegas, thank you. Thank you as always, Jaded Vegas. Keone Hillier, thank you. Thank you very much, Keone. Thank you very much. I hope all is well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope everybody's having a fantastic, great, safe weekend. Keone, thank you so much. Keone and Jaded Vegas, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Like I said, everybody, I can't do this without everyone here, and everyone is just so wonderful. Keone, thank you again. Jaded, thank you again. I'd say 40% chance. I mean, talking about rampant criminals The criminals in our country that do the most damage oftentimes get away. They call Trump a criminal, but they've yet to actually come close to even finding something like a legal statute he broke. Cuomo might have broken a legal statute with the immunity deals that he gave after the campaign donations. See, these look, Democrats, they don't have policies that, like, people like Trump for policies. They might not like his personality. They might not like his rhetoric. They might not like, his bravado, but they like his policies. There are no policies that Democrats stand for. None. It's aside from, you could say, well, social safety nets, or you could say like stimulus payments, but they tank the economy. So you tank the economy and then you get like crumbs. And then they say, well, we're giving you stimulus. Well, you've tanked the entire economy. Oh yeah, we have to end society as we know it to save people. It's like, no, you've done worse. It's unbelievable. Keone, thank you again. Jaded Vegas, thank you again. It's like if you go ahead, you have crime in New York that is, you have things taking place. Innocent people throughout New York. And in communities that have been the hardest hit by the past year, losing their lives. I was listening to, it was just so terrible. This one mother lost her daughter. It was like in broad daylight, or no, it was like in the evening, but in front of a lot of people. This one woman goes up to this woman, and she's just standing and it was, point blank, it was unbelievable, and in front of everybody, in front of I think 20 witnesses. This is Cuomo is New York and de Blasio. And these people, they're completely oblivious. It's like complete Armageddon, and as long as you say the right things and act a certain way, and you're not like Trump, then it's fine. It's pretty unbelievable how oblivious Democrats are to the dysfunction and the chaos within their own states. It's pretty it's pretty unbelievable. Then you have, yes, exactly. Keone, thank you. Jaded, thank you. Then you have Chris Cuomo leaving, and C. Murph. I love your background, man. They take me back. Thank you. Thank you so much, C. Murph. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. This would be, I would say, a part of me, a part of you as well, a part of so many people. I think everyone here, you have the people in this background, society today would find something. They'd find something wrong. It's problematic. That's problematic. It's problematic. It's like, you know what? Why don't you take your problematic and do something with it? C. Murph, thank you. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Then you have Chris Cuomo, who every night looks on the screen. If you allow Trump to get away with this, what does that say about you? I mean, you can't get more mindless propaganda. You can't get more, complete, devoid of any logic or rational thought. CNN is just at this point right now, it's why even call it CNN? You should just, Republicans, all the entire Republican Party should just say Democratic Party, media conglomerate 1. Or find some generic way in MSNBC Democratic Party media, conglomerate public relations firm too. They should just find a way to simply point out that these are not actual news organizations. Like they say that about Fox News, which to an extent, that's the case. Exactly, Tammy. That's right. Exactly. C. Murph, thank you again. Keone, Jaded Vegas, thank you. Eric H526, I know. You have like every single day. See, and this is usually the case. The people who condemn and judge the most have the most to hide. You know, the moral condemnation, the judgment, they really get off on the judgment. It's not even about right or wrong, or like they get off on the power. I am unilaterally doing this, and if you don't, it's like cheesecake. You eat it, you get fat. So if you don't do what I'm telling you, then you'll get what. He presided over the worst outcomes. How did he get the Emmy? How did he get a $5 million book deal? How is it they accuse Trump of everything under the sun? They can't indict the man. They can't charge him. You know who's arrested already? An Arizona Senate Democrat. And all they could talk about is oh my God, our democracy. You don't even know what the word means. You have redefined the word for to mean your sensibilities. Okay? Democracy, a system of government by the whole population or all eligible members of a state, through elected representatives. A system of capitalism and democracy, a system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state. Democracy is a form of government in which the people have the authority to choose their governing officials. So then, what was wrong with Trump winning? What was wrong with Trump defeating Clinton? He's tarnishing our democracy. Well, he won. That's fine. Keone Hillier! Keone! Thank you. Keone Hillier, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Keone, thank you. Thank you again. Oh my God, this gigantic mosquito. Keone, thank you. Okay, hold on. There's this. Oh my God. There's this mosquito. And in California, there's these like treacherous mosquitoes. Keone Hillier, thank you again. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Keone, thank you. Exactly, Donnie Newman. They don't like mean tweets. They run off of, like, Keone Hillier, thank you again. Thank you again. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Like I said, I can't do this without everybody here. And you've been wonderful. Keone, Jaded Vegas, everybody here. Froggylicious! That's a great name. That's one of the great names on this channel. Froggylicious, thank you. Froggylicious, thank you so much. Yes, it's one of the great names on this channel's history. Keone, Froggylicious, thank you. Jaded Vegas, thank you. Froggylicious, thank you. I love it. Chris Cuomo. More proof Chris Cuomo lifts fake weights. Oh my God. Chris Cuomo's fake weight controversy. You can't do seated tricep extensions with 100-pound dumbbells. It's not humanly possible. It would be difficult even for a world's strongest man to do exactly what he did. Like, if he's so tough, he should go ahead and have a boxing. He should have a boxing match or an MMA match with somebody for charity. Chris Cuomo should do that. Honestly, like, not so, I would love for charity. I would risk, getting pummeled by the very, very powerful Chris Cuomo. It's very frightening, but I don't know if I could survive it. But somebody should, he should say, look, for charity, since I'm such a tough, New York tough, because he's always picking fights with people, so it would be amazing. Any charity he wants, that needs to happen. He should. It would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. Oh my God, it would be fantastic. Froggylicious, thank you. Keone Hillier, thank you. Wouldn't that be an amazing spectacle? So hold on. Chris Cuomo called out by Mark Lobliner after lifting 100-pound fake weights with one arm. So it's interesting too because there's so much. This is such a there's so much public relations. It's such a it's such a if you can make Andrew Cuomo look like a great governor, or you can make Chris Cuomo look like this, thoughtful or genuine individual, which he doesn't really look like that, but oh my God. Oh my God. You kidding me? You want some mosquito? Let's do this. I'm Chris Cuomo. It's like there's so much in terms of public relations. People don't care. It's unfortunately politics has become political media has become like Hollywood. It's become like Hollywood. You break my heart. You break my heart. Scorp Target. You break my heart. And then there's the issue of Andrew Cuomo and Joe Biden with the shtick that they do. This whole Andrew Cuomo. Was a commercial? Was there a commercial? He's like, how can I be accused of this? when I'm giving love to everyone around me. Come here, give me love. 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 Kisses me. Kiss me, love. I love myself. I don't care who you are. Look, I'm like Joe Biden. Don't you see the love that I give to people? It's like, get away from me. Stop touching me. It's like when, Creepy Joe, I just want to tell you this is going to be a real nice legislation bill, yeah. This is a big deal. Yeah. This is a big deal. I just want to tell you. My leg hairs, corn pop, corn flakes, yeah. Who looks at that and says, who looks at this and says, oh yeah, they're such good people. Keone Hillier! Thank you, Keone Hillier, thank you. Greatly appreciated, sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Keone. I can't thank you enough. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Keone and everybody here, Keone Hillier, I appreciate the support. I'm always going uphill. I'm always trying to go uphill as best I can. You know, with YouTube policies, it's difficult, but I'm trying to. It's funny, too, because I remember Keone and everybody here, and I appreciate the support, Keone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There was a time when the algorithm, you couldn't really talk about Andrew Cuomo. I remember, too. I'm like, what? Why? What's going on? What? He's the worst governor of all time. What do you mean you can't talk? What? Because I remember last year I was saying, oh, yeah, this man's heading for the big house. He's and I didn't get in trouble or anything, but I was not told, but it's just always anything that anything that is detrimental to the Democratic Party, it's always an uphill climb. You can pretty much say anything you want about Trump, Keone, thank you again. Thank you. What is how do they do this? Oh my God, he's back again. You want some mosquito? You got Chris Cuomo mosquito? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go, mosquito? You want to go? I don't understand this, Keone. Everybody here, what is this thing with So they're yeah, you're accused of doing horrible things. What do you say, Andrew Cuomo? Horrible things? I embrace everyone. Everyone. Gosh. Come here, you love it. You like it, the Democratic Party. I love you. You're voting for me. I want to kiss you. I want to hug you. How can a person like me be accused of that? You see, I'm like Joe Biden, a young Joe Biden. A kiss and a hug, a kiss and a hug, kiss and a hug, kiss and a hug. I was like, get off of me. God, you haven't done enough with your immunity for elderly care facilities? Jordan Weinberg! Jordan, thank you. Jordan Weinberg, thank you. Jordan, Keone, everybody here, Jaded Vegas. How did they get away with this? You see Trump? You see Trump trying to kiss? You used to be great. Now give me a kiss. Jordan, Keone, Jaded Vegas, everybody here. How do they do this where you know what it is? It's hiding in plain sight. It's hiding. The best way to hide is in plain sight. Look. I am nothing wrong. It's hiding in plain sight. That's also like, we gave him an Emmy. He's great. It's the entire state is collapsed. We gave an Emmy. So who's right now? Who are you right? No, we're right. We gave him an Emmy and a $5 million book deal, and he hugs and kisses everybody. So then now who's right? Like, well, actually, he's still corrupt. No matter what you do. And his brother's on CNN every night. So then now who's right? Huh? We're right. You're wrong. Like, no, you're still wrong. You haven't convinced me of anything. They're so easily, like, so gullible. They're so gullible. Like, the most, actually, they say Trump supporters, Biden supporters, the most gullible people in the world. They're like, oh, he got an Emmy. He must be good. He must be a good person, and he kisses and hugs people. And he got a book deal. And, he's on the New York Times bestseller list. Well, yeah, you didn't have 30 hit pieces from the Daily Beast and BuzzFeed and New York Times, Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN. Okay. You realize they have an entire public relations machine and still half the country doesn't trust them? Still. And they barely have a majority in the Senate. You can't make this up. And honestly, if you were into politics at any point in time before 2016, you realize how this is completely like, oh my God, I'm looking at these photos. Oh my God. Jaded Vegas, Keone Jordan. Oh my God. He's going behind people and kissing them on the cheek. Come here, yo. Mwah. Come here, yo. I'm just trying to get. There's like prime rib in the background. They're at some kind of banquet. Oh my God. He must know the man. But even if you know somebody, do you really want to get kissed on the cheek by Andrew Cuomo? Come here, you. What are you eating? You're trying the prime rib? It's good, huh? You like the prime rib? Want some prime rib? Yeah, I have one on my plate. Leave me alone. How's the prime rib? Come here, yo. Come here. He's doing this. Oh, now he's getting it done to him. Okay, that's it. She's kissing everybody. I can't believe this. You talk about, like, in this day and age, talk about a super spreader. He's kissing Al Gore. My God. He's like the old Price is Right host. He's kissing De Niro. Oh, wow. That's great. Debbie, thank you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I like how he defends to do. I like it's a defense to do that with everybody. Exactly. J Spot 51. I have embraced the touch of 74,655 New Yorkers. So how could I have done anything wrong? Well, actually, that proves that it's like a serial problem. Like it's like a never-ending problem with you. This is a serious issue. How can it be serious when I'm up to 80,000 New Yorkers I've kissed and embraced? Yeah, because you're like a maniac with this stuff. You never stop. Maybe you actually you moted yourself, as we say, as the in the Shakespearean language. You moted yourself. They always are like, ha. How could I be accused of anything? Look what I was doing. Gregory Hillier! Most intelligent. Thank you so very much. Gregory. Thank you for becoming a member, Gregory. Thank you. I'm looking at this. This is he's never ending. Come here, De Niro. Come here, De Niro. De Niro. Yes. Oh, you Cuomo. Kissy, kissy. Oh, yes. I'm looking at these photos. It's unbelievable. It's never ending. You never realize, like, what a maniac this man is. Oh, I noticed that he didn't kiss. The only person he didn't kiss. You want to know the only person he didn't kiss? I'll remember that. Okay. I don't even want this. Okay. Let me just get off of this article. I'll never unsee these things again. This is horrible. I need like Ajax for my mind, so I can get these visions, these nightmarish visions out of my brain. This is the week. Andrew Cuomo shares bizarre kissing montage. Here I am picking fruit and melons from the supermarket. I mean, how can I be accused of anything? I mean, you see me at the supermarket. Let me see this montage. As you can see, I'm kissing everyone. I don't care who it is. Oh, I'm looking at it. Are you a World War I veteran? I'm kissing you. I'm kissing you. Are you Bill Clinton? Oh, get off of me. Haven't I suffered enough with Madam Secretary? I'm kissing you. I'm kissing you too. I'm kissing you, De Niro. Come here, De Niro. I'm kissing you. Kissy, kissy. As you can see, the allegations against me and my brother are completely erroneous and felonious and horrendous. As you can see from this kissing montage, I'm up to 85,000 New Yorkers. It's unbelievable. At least he got the Emmy, so. He got the Emmy. He got the Emmy. Wow, what a world we live in. What a fantastic world. This was America's governor. Last year, I was telling everybody on this channel, last year I was like, he's the worst governor of all time. He's the worst governor of all time. You know, how's he getting an Emmy? It was like this high-speed train into oblivion. I was like, no, he's getting an Emmy? For what? For what is he getting an Emmy for? He's the worst governor. He's putting people in elderly care facilities. For what? For what is he? Why? And every week, saying, America's governor. He signs a book deal. He gets an Emmy. I was like, no. Why? Well, there you go. Mitch McConnell. Where's my Emmy? I found it egregious that I didn't get an Emmy. I got an AVN award instead. Oh, my God. Sorry. Oh, my God. How did they give Cuomo an Emmy and me an AVN award? I don't even understand that. So I'm trying to look now. Oh, here, George W. Bush. He learned it from Bush. Sabotagery. Sabotagery. Give me a hug. Sabotagery. It's always the Democrats, too. It's never like Republicans. They know better. They know better than to hug people because they're like, whatever. The Republicans at least know better not to pretend to hug people. At least you can respect them for that. I have, Mitch McConnell speaking here. I promise not to hug anyone or embrace anyone. But you can mess around with my, right here on my neck, if you want to. That's the only interpersonal type of touching I want. Other than that, no thanks. Air hug. How's that? I'll give you an air hug. At least the Republicans know not to hug anybody. They know that they won't be taken seriously. At least they have the good common decency not to hug anyone. Not like the Democrats where they're just hugging and kissing. And the best is Kamala Harris. You can tell the vice president anything. I broke my leg. I told you I broke my leg. Why are you laughing? Russian ICBMs are coming right at us. What? The end of the world is about to happen. It's Armageddon. Russian ICBMs. We have to retaliate. What, Madam Vice President? What do you want us to do? Okay. all about, do you understand? It's all about public relations on the left. It's all about public relations. They love public relations. That's it. It's only public relations. Jaded, hello. They don't care about, they don't care about policies, or it's just only public relations. It's only public relations, and it's only it's only image. They only care about image. I mean, if they can repackage and resell and, spare parts and everything with our beloved President Joe Biden. Ever been to a Democratic primary? There's another word for it, but then it'll get the algorithm. I couldn't believe it. It's like, hey, little lady, ever been to a Democratic primary? Well, it was actually a different word for that. But it rings the alarm. It rings the algorithm. So he's but from cornflakes to, you just couldn't believe it. Yeah, you still can't believe it. Isn't that interesting? I love when the media is like, I can't believe this democracy. If you can't believe that our beloved president won, you can't believe it. And then he's like, cornflakes. And everyone's looking like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Because I didn't get any. I still, no morally superior liberals were dancing in the end zone that night. There was no There was nothing like that. No. It was radio silence. Yeah. There were no Miami Hurricane touchdown celebrations. Nothing. There was no, Doug Flutie, celebration. There was no, yeah. Oh, that's right. It was, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's the month. The month, not the night. The month. Exactly. Scorp Target. Haven't been to Europe. Madam Vice President, have you done this? I haven't been to Europe. Let's see. What else? And they're like, well, the brave White House press corps was like, of course, I don't think he was even one of the liberal journalists, but the way the liberal journalists ask questions, press secretary, I'm sorry, I have to ask this question. Press secretary, please don't be upset with us. But because Andrew Cuomo did all those bad things, and I know, I'm sorry I have to ask this question. I'm sorry, please forgive us. But like our beloved president, dear leader, he's such a good person. I know, it's Tucker Carlson speaking, but he also was accused of something bad. I know. Do you think maybe he should resign? I'm sorry. Who allowed you to ask that question? It's been litigated. Next, journalist. Revoke the pass. Yeah, her journalist pass, yeah. They with Trump, I remember there was, with Trump, it was like, are you going to apologize for lying so much, Trump? Huh? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Debbie. What kind of question is that? With Trump, is like, apologize for lying so much, for being such a horrible person, Trump. And then there was another issue that I can't talk about, but I'll just, speak around. Can I ask a question? Please, I'm sorry. I just have to pretend to do this job. Oh, no, it was actually a pretty awesome journalist from Newsmax. She actually did a great job. She was like, look, you have a former advisor who said that one of your policies doesn't work. So that person was... then the response was, that person is a good person, but he doesn't work for the president anymore. So we have our advisors who have advised the president. We don't take any advice from people outside government. So that doesn't prove that that doesn't prove the critique was wrong in any way. You have not even addressed whether or not the actual critique is wrong. This is the problem. Who cares if he works for government? What does that even mean? Most of the time, you work for government, you're wrong on whatever it is you do. So what does that even mean? When it was Trump's government, everything was tarnished and corrupt and everything. So it's like, what does that mean? We only take advice from people who get a paycheck from tax dollars. Thank you. So I'm not going to address the concerns. No, I'm not going to address it. Okay, next question. Can you imagine you have every single possible conceivable advantage and still people distrust you? You have every single conceivable possible advantage. You're up by 50 points starting the football game, and you still lose the lead. In the 40-yard dash, you start like 20 yards ahead, and you still lose. That's the thing. Once there's a functioning Republican Party, Trump Republicans that actually fight peacefully, and the Democrats, like after an entire summer of madness and mayhem and chaos, they focus on a horrendous day, and they're like, "Oh, Trump, who knows what he's capable of?" Like you had fiery but peaceful CNN journalists right in front of a building set ablaze, and you were okay with that. Right in front of a building. Nice. Albany County Sheriff on Cuomo case. Yes, it could lead to arrest. Could you imagine? And you know what's gonna happen? You know what'll happen if they arrest Cuomo? You know what he has to do when he's taken in. He has to hold his Emmy. he's taken in the handcuffs, and you see he's holding the Emmy behind his back. That would be the best. That would be the best. Or he could have like an intern like walk with him and hold the Emmy. He's like, "You could do whatever you want to me, but you're not taking my Emmy. My Emmy goes with me everywhere. I'm going to Sing Sing with my Emmy." "I'm going to Rikers Island with my Emmy from the founders." You can do anything you like, but you'll never take away my $5 million and my Emmy and America's Governor. I won the America's Governor Award, the America's Cup Governor Award. Oh my God! All right, before about 10 minutes more. And don't you love, like, even now, they still, like, because, Chris Cuomo hasn't descended to the level of his brother yet. So now it's Wall Street Journal. Chris Cuomo will take a week off amid brother Andrew Cuomo's scandal. A week off. He's taking a week off, everyone. To do what? To hide? What is he taking a week off from? For what? Why doesn't he keep railing on Trump? Isn't he the morally superior person? What is he taking a week off for? Paul, hello. What on earth is he taking a week off for? To do what? To do what? Like, they don't get, President Trump doesn't get this, like, people around Trump when they're investigating, they don't get to take a week off. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Keone, everybody here. Jaded Vegas, everybody here. Thank you so much. To my super chat, thank you. I will be back. I'm probably going to have an upload, so I'll be back with an upload. I'll be back with an upload. Or, I might do a live stream. I'm not sure. I might do a live stream at 11 p.m. So I might do a live stream at 11 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, everybody. Eric H526. Thank you. Everybody, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, be here at 11 p.m. or so for the next upload. I'll do an upload at 11 p.m. for the live stream. So I'll do a live stream tonight at 11 p.m. Thanks, everybody. God bless. To my super chat, thank you. Somebody, God bless you. Thank you. And I'll see you at 11 p.m. Pacific tonight